Hi viewers, I am Soumya from Erode Secondary Engineering College, Department of Biomedical Engineering, and today I am seminar topic of steps for getting FDA approval. So, introduction: the US Food and Drug Administration ensure medical devices used in the US are safe, effective, and high quality. Any medical device, diagnostic tool, implant, or healthcare software must complete a structured regulatory pathway before entering the market. The approval process depends on the device's risk type and intended use. So, why FDA approval is important? Protect patient safely, prevents harmful, ensure products performance, increases hospitals and doctor confidence, allows legal marketing in the US. What devices need FDA approval? Surgical instruments, diagnostic equipment, implant and life supporting devices, wearable devices, sensor, medical software and AI based devices, combination products, drug plus devices. Example, insulin pumps. Medical device classification. It's a three classes of based on the risk and intended use. So classification decides the regulatory pathway and require amount of testing. Class 1 devices, low risk devices, require minimal regulatory controls, mostly exempt from clinical trials. Examples: bandage, surgical gloves, regulatory requirement, general controls. Next, class 2 devices. It's a moderate risk, may require clinical data, require performance standards and special controls. Examples: infusion pump, syringe, X-ray systems. Common pathways: 510K clearance. Next one, class 3 devices. It's a high risk and life supporting devices, requires strong clinical evidence and full review. Used inside the body or for critical functions. Example: pacemaker, heart valves, neurostimulator. Pathway: pre-market approval. Why classification matters? So it determines types of submission, PMA, PMA, 510K, de novo testing requirements need for clinical trials, FDA review time. Next one, pre-submission strategy. So it's called pre-submitting. It's a purpose of confirm device classification, discuss study design and protocols, understand required tests, helps avoid costly mistakes later. And in quality management system, so device must be developed under 21 CFR Part 820 regulation. Ensure proper documentation, testing, traceability and product safety. Design controls. Under QMS, manufacturer must identify user needs, converts need into design inputs, create design outputs, performs verification validation. Risk management: follow ISO 14971 standard, identify hazards, extreme risk, reduce the risk, verify controls. Ensure patient safety, usability and human factors. Devices should be easy and safe to use, prevent use errors. Testing includes human factors engineering, simulated use studies. Preclinical testing: before testing on humans, device must be pass lab evaluation, bench testing, biocompatibility tests, electrical safety, sterilization validation, software verification and validation. Compliance with standards: FDA accepts internationally recognized standards, ISO 10993 biocompatibility, IEC 60601 electrical and safety, ISO 13485 QMS. Using standards reduce review time. Clinical trials: class 2 and class 3 devices may need clinical evidence conducted under good clinical practice and ISO 14155 clinical trials for medical devices. Trials performed on human volunteers in hospitals. IDE means investigational device exemption. Permission from FDA to test a device in humans required before clinical trials. FDA reviews safety of trial plans. Types of FDA submissions: 510K, PMA, no De novo HDE pathway chosen depends on the risk and innovation level. 510K clearance for devices similar to an existing product must prove substantial equivalence, faster and cheaper, common for class 2 devices. PMA. PMA is a pre-market approval strict pathway for class 3 devices require details laboratory data, clinical trial results, manufacturing inspection takes months to year. De novo classification for new devices without a similar product, low moderate risk creates new category for future devices. அடுத்தது next HDE for rare devices affecting less than 8,000 people or year in US. Different approval requirements due to small patient population. FDA review process. It's a review safety and performance data, usability, manufacturing quality, labeling and warning. FDA may request additional information. AA request. FDA decision. It's a 510K clearance letter. PMA approval order. De novo grant. Then product can be marketed legally in US. Post-market responsibility. Manufacturer must register device with FDA, report adverse event, MDR reporting, handle recalls if needed, keep QMS documentation. Post-approval studies. Sometimes FDA requires long-term safety studies, monitor device failure rate, complication and effectiveness. Quality system regulation. Manufacturer must maintain quality controls even after approval. FDA does not routine inspection of factories. Labeling requirements must follow 21 CFR Part 801, including warning, instruction for use, indication and contraindications. No misleading claims allowed. Ethical marketing. Advertisement must be truthful, cannot performance claim must match clinical evidence. Summary. Classification, testing, submission, FDA review, approval, post-market. Ensure only safe devices reach patients. Real examples: pacemakers, PMA, insulin pump, 510K clearance, AI diagnostic tool, de novo. The conclusion: FDA approval products leaves process take times, testing and compliance necessary for safe healthcare technology. So, and the references FDA.government ISO standards, medical devices regulation textbooks. Thank you.